So here we have this black lady going to give you her opinion about.
Wait, what did I say?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, hold on. What?
Well,
But
do we have to even play it?
yes, because it's some key things in there. Because it's not. See, these people put these little titles, but like when you really listen to her, the young man does a very good job, and she was in the barbershop ear hustling too. So
Hey, sis, meet me on the porch. At this point, I need everybody to meet me on the porch. I need the black women, I need the white women, and I need the black men. This is some seriously real shit that I am utterly disturbed by, and I am just tired because I don't understand why there's this major attack on black women. So this video, if it goes into a part two, not a problem. I'm about to ram it up. I was in the barbershop today, and it was a young black male come in there. He might have been between that 22 to 24 age group. Very handsome, very, very handsome. So I believe he's might have just been coming back from college or graduating or whatever the case may be, because they were happy to see him when he came in. So he sits down, and so they're just talking, what's going on. And he's giving an update. He's graduated, he's got an engineering degree. Oh my God, I'm over there on the proudness. I'm in the background. I don't know him. I'm just kind of sitting down, listening to what he's saying. So the barber begins to get filled in on him. What's been going on? This thing and that. He says, I'm coming back. I'm getting married. So everybody, like, great. And I'm so on the side being so nosy and over there like a proud auntie. I don't even know this young man, right? So they start to kind of converse amongst each other, and they're talking. And so the young man says, yeah, I'm having a little problem. It's a lot going on because I'm marrying a white woman. And my family, they're not too happy about it. So the barber and everybody was like, oh, well, to each his own and this, that, and the other. So the barber was just kind of speaking to him, and he said, hey, where'd you meet her? And he said, oh, I met her in college. And he was like, oh, okay, because, back in the day, you had all the girls. What made you decide that she was the one? Like, what made you want to marry the white girl or the white woman? No disrespect. So what this young man said after that is what just literally took me out the game as a black woman, as a black mom, in general. So he says that, he come from, of course, the hood and had a hard knock life, just with one mom and no dad, and that same shit. Like, don't nobody I hate the fact that that is such a stereotype. We hate it too. But so he goes off to say that when he went to college, it was a college that was mixed, but more so of a white college. And he start, meeting up with white friends, and, they introduced him to another whole world that he didn't know existed, and the young girl, she became a friend and then introduced him to their family. And when he goes over there, they're all married. The parents is married, and they have a really good home, and they do things together, and they communicate. It's just a good energy, a good vibe. And this man said, I never knew this side of life. My life was always loud and chaotic and always disruptive with my family. So the young man said, he would go over there, and they would go on vacations. They would have Sunday dinners. When they had cookouts, there was no fussing, no fighting, no arguing. It was just all love and vacations. I was thrown at what this young man was saying in regards to what he seen and what he witnessed being with this young lady and this new side of life. And so he said that, when he seen it, he started thinking about all of the chaos that his life was. You know, it was always baby mama drama and fussing and fighting, and they'll get together as a family and it'll be a fight. And the drunk uncles, the drunk mamas, you know, he was like, my aunt and uncles, they all on welfare and always scheming and always fussing and fighting, cussing, you know, trying to hook up with this dude and that dude. And it's just all these black women, just all that seemed like that's all I was raised up under. That's all I seen. That's all I know. And then I get to the white woman and it's different. And what he said after this is what really broke me. He said, you know, it's like when I came home the last time, he said, and I was in my family's event, it was nothing but chaos. He said the women, they in house shoes and bonnets, you know, they ghetto acting. He said, and I love them, but I don't love it. And he said, being with my white girlfriend, fiance, and her family, he said, you know what it's like? And this is what got me, ladies. He said, it's like if you're in a crowded room and you're surrounded by chaos and just everything, and everything is just chaotic and noisy and loud and disruptive, and you take some headphones and you put the headphones on and you can drown everything out, because when you put the headphones on, it's quiet and it's peace. He said, that's what my fiance is to me.
So I wanted, sorry it was long, but I wanted to play it all because I didn't want to like shorthand it for y'all. I wanted y'all to hear her point of view of what she said. So go ahead, Bud. The question is, do black men find peace in other races, not just white, other races as well? Go ahead, Bud.
Boy, you know, I listened to your video today. It was a good video, bro.
Appreciate it.
With Boris Watkins and Anton Daniels. And yeah, it was good. But that sounded like self-hate to me, bro. Just a little bit. Because everybody fucking family, excuse me. Everybody family ain't like that, bro. And every black woman ain't like that. Every black woman ain't scheming, and man, look, man, every black woman ain't doing. Man, I'm tired of people always out here trying to trauma bond, man. Everything ain't terrible. Every relationship ain't turmoil. Everything. Why they do that so much, man? And you ain't got to make no excuse because you wanted the bunny, boy. You wanted the bunny, just say you wanted the bunny. Because most of the time, the bunny had the attributes of the chocolate. Most of them I see and I look and be like, well, I see why he dating that. You know what I'm saying? She got a little bump back there. You feel what I'm saying? She look thick. You feel what I'm saying? I can dig it. You ain't got to make no excuse. Don't demonize where you come from and you know, the ones that raised you and made you into the man that you are. You know what I mean? Don't demonize them just because you want to be over here. That's what you want. That's just what you want, bro. You ain't got to make no excuse. Hey, because that's what I want. Simple as that. That's what you wanted. And you ain't gotta demonize that over there. Cause I mean, man, look, if I don't make it with this black woman, I'm gonna go and try to find me another one. It is what it is. I'm gonna go and try to find me another black woman. It just, that's me. That's my preference. So if you like a white woman, nigga, that's your preference. It is what it is. But don't do that. That sounds like self-hate, bro. You're trying to demonize these black women over here, bro. You gotta do all that, man. She probably had something to do tomorrow, probably she had the bonnet on. I ain't judging her because of that. You know what I'm saying? But them leggings ain't for everybody. It is what it is. I don't get it. He should have to demonize your black women to be with the white woman that you choose, bro. That's your choice, bro. That's your preference. It is what it is. Don't do that.
What about you, ladies? Go ahead, Tanya.
I will say I agree. I mean, we all have our preferences on what we like, what we don't like. I don't think race really comes into it. Really, he sounds naive to me. Like, once you get to a certain age, you have the ability to get out and experience whatever you want to experience. And so if you continue to go back to loud and chaos and crazy, that's what you wanted to go back to. That's what you chose to go back to, because you could have put yourself within whatever you wanted to once you become of age to be able to go and do whatever you want to do. So I mean, I've been around all different races. I've been to white homes that it's crazy and chaotic. And let's be real, these days, white folks are wearing bonnets. So like I've been, so I've been around that with white. I've been around that with Hispanic. I don't think it matters the culture. If that's the upbringing and what your family does, that's just what your family does, right? Um, but I also want to say to the fact at the end, what really bothered her was that he said that was his piece. And to me, that's crazy because I feel like any partner, any relationship, that should be your piece. And so if that's what he was getting from her, then if that was his piece, whether it was peace from the family or peace from wherever, he should be able to allow whatever is going on in his head to be at peace when he is with his woman. If she not bringing that for him, that ain't his woman. So I don't know why that bothered her so much. All the other stuff in the Black family, all of that stuff, like, again, that's him saying things out of naiveness, out of craziness. Like, you don't have to down talk. There's a lot of stuff that happened in my family that I probably didn't agree with, or that I would have done differently, or that things should have happened or whatnot. But I'm not going to downplay them because I know that my family did the best that they can with what they had, and wherever came from it is what did, right? And so he should know that about his family and what was going on. Like, the chaos that's going on in your family, if there's chaos in your family, and you know why it is what it is. So to talk down upon it is crazy to me.
What you think, Alyssa?
My feelings and thoughts on it. I think she might have felt some type of way about him saying that the white lady was his piece, probably more in a metaphorical standpoint, maybe because, and it goes back to the previous topic that was just spoken on. It's like, on one hand, the white lady is saying Black fatigue is being loud, being ghetto, being this, wearing bonnets, being chaotic in a sense. But then on the flip side, this Black man is saying the same thing that she's saying, pretty much like that was loud, chaotic. And it's like Black women are always getting labeled with being loud, being aggressive, being this. And that was kind of my point. Like, we have to dim our lights sometimes, because even when I'm with my students, I'm very mindful of like what I say and how I say it, because the Black girl, now she being aggressive, or she being too rough on the child, or she doing this, or she doing that. Or because I may be firm with my students, oh, well, that Black teacher being too hard on them. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's why she felt like that with the peace word. Maybe not necessarily because your spouse or your significant other should be your peace, but maybe she took it like a white woman versus a Black woman. And it's kind of like that saying, they want our rhythm but not our blues. And it's like all these other cultures get all the glory of the stuff that Black women have, but when a Hispanic woman do it, she's being assertive. Or it's okay when a Hispanic woman is, and no shade to Hispanic culture, I love it. I'm just saying, but when a Black woman does it, is minuscule, or is taken this way, or is this, or is that. So maybe that's why, I don't know. And I, everybody's family isn't like that. But once again, I think it's his experience. And
I need to put that saying in the chat because I really like that. I ain't heard that before.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
and when I was watching Kendrick Lamar, that's all I was thinking in my mind. They want our rhythm, but not our blues, and not what we go through. And so when people tell us that our experience that we felt like was racist, is not a true feeling, or, you're too loud, just like Samuel Jackson was saying, you're too this, you're too that. As a Black woman, all of these things, because I've had a lot of jobs. One thing about, I've worked a lot of places. I've been in corporate America. I've worked in a fast food restaurant. I'm a teacher. Like I've worked for 911. I've done a lot of things, but my experience has been pretty much aligned. And for me, it has to feel like because of my skin. That's what it feels like to me. I've been in stores. I remember when I was in Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive, I walk in some stores and we had money to get everything. And the salesperson later found that out, but being treated a certain way. So I think that's why that kind of rubbed her and maybe some other women, Black women, the wrong way, because aggressive are the words that are tied to us. And when I say I have to dim my light, I'm like, okay, Alyssa, when you walk in this space, don't be too loud. Don't say this. Don't do that. And now women are being more unapologetically them. And it's like, hey, this is who I am. So if you don't like it, whatever. But it takes people, some people who, I'm sorry, it all goes to your brain, right? We have our prefrontal cortex. That's your logical thinking. Your amygdala, that's your emotions. Your hippocampus, those are your memories. So if I experience something, my hippocampus is gonna, my amygdala is gonna say, okay, I'm gonna lock in this memory. My hippocampus is gonna bring that memory back to me. I'm sorry, my amygdala is gonna give me an emotion. So anytime I see it, my prefrontal cortex is turned off because my amygdala is kicking in like, last time I did this, this happened. So I'm not logically thinking anymore. And until we disrupt that in our brain, it's not going to, for anybody, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whoever, until we disrupt those experiences that we've had, it's not going to change anything. And that's probably maybe why she felt that with the word peace, maybe not really literally speaking.
Listen, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Hold on, Plo. Let me go ahead.
And I'm sorry, I know I unpacked a lot.
No, you did fine. No, you fine.
Okay.
Well, what I'm saying, you think that when a white woman goes out, does she feel like, did she go through that mental thing too? I shouldn't be too.
I can't really speak on it because I'm not a white woman.
No, that's crazy.
But my friends that I have that are white females, and we talk about things, I do sit and think like, wow, your experience is so different than mine in certain situations. And I'm like, wow, or even with my coworkers, right? I'm like, man, your experience is just so different than mine. Now, as far, I don't really have issues with like administration or anything like that, because I know I'm a great teacher and everything, but it doesn't discount experiences that I've had that I don't lash out and say this is what it is, but my brain is locking that memory in, like, that I know how to respond in this situation. I know what not to do in this situation, because it's back to that song by Fiancé. I'm not going to let you take my power and bring me out of my grace. I'm not doing that, because that's what they want. Because then they're going to say, see, that's that loud Black woman. See, that's that mean Black woman.
That's that sucker shit too.
Do y'all think the bigger issue could be too that we continue to discount other people's experiences? Because I understand, I think everybody had a valid point of what they made, but that young man experienced something throughout his life that now,
right, and it's in his stored in his brain.
We can't discount that, and I think a lot of times we go into a defense mechanism as African Americans instead of saying, you know what he said, somebody needs to talk to him. I wouldn't say it's self-hate because he doesn't know better, probably. You see what I mean?
It's helping his inner child.
Yeah, the word.
That's why, and I don't mean to cut you off, but in kindergarten, I'm thinking about that because I'm like, my words, my experience, that is shaping this child. Her experience with a Black woman, their experience with a Black authority figure, they're going to lock that in their brain. And if it continues to happen year after year, by the time you become an adult, now that's your perception. That's your thought.
And I'm going to stop you and say, even before you come to an adult, because coming from middle school and being in the school and seeing the kids and having those one-on-one interactions with them and listening to what they feel and, oh, I can't talk to this teacher. And I'm like, but why? And when you get down to the nitty gritty, a lot of it is because of what they remember. And it doesn't even matter if it's true because it's perspective, right?
Mhm.
It don't even matter if that's
It's
really
their
what
reality.
happened. Their reality of what happened
Mhm.
is stuck. And I'm like, you can't, that's not that same teacher. Yes,
Yeah.
they look the same, she do the same, but that's so true. So true.
And
And I
y'all,
can speak on that personally because I went through something where my peace was disturbed, and I've never experienced something like that before in my life. So I wanted to really, and even during COVID and after COVID, and we went back to school, really wanted to understand our brain and how that is working. And it really made me think of things in a more reflective approach because the older Alyssa would have been like, I'm peace and then it's like that's the black woman that they're trying to describe, but that's okay if that's how you express yourself. We need to hold space again and say, you know what, there's some kind of experience that this person has had that is causing their body to react that way because we have a fight, a flight, or a freeze response, everybody,
and I
and
feel,
it's based on those three parts of our brain.
and that's what I'm saying. I think that's why I was saying like we can't discount people's experiences anymore
Mhm.
because when we do that, it does go back to the black fatigue, right? Because
But I think that's discounting people's feelings.
but
Black fatigue.
yeah, but you see, but nobody never tries to get to the root of it. Everybody goes right into like that's self hate, that's this, that's not it. Like that gentleman had like for I can speak for myself, right? I date outside my race, but I also was married to somebody of my race for almost a decade. But I also never experienced what I was truly looking for until I dated outside my race because this person was almost similar to I was looking. I had a great mom. You know what I mean? This person reminded me of how my mom was like very unconditional love. And I tell people this all the time. A lot of men are looking for the thing of that one woman who stood out in their life. It could be their mother, it could be a mentor, it could be somebody that they looked up to. That's what they're looking for. And I never truly found that in my race. Not saying that it doesn't exist because I have family members who are great women. So it's not that, and I have other family members who married outside of their race. So like for me, it was more about I think we can't discount people's experience. I think that lady, like Alyssa said, I think that lady made it such a bigger deal. And it's kind of like, okay, this young man had this experience. And I thought it was very unique because the young man talked about his family. He didn't talk about like the women he dated in the black. He talked about his family. Usually you hear a man that dates outside his race, he bashes the women that he dated. He didn't. He said, I was hearing this at home, the women that he held in close regard. You know what I mean? So I thought it was a very unique video when you listen to it. And before we go, we got Classic Codes had a question for everybody. He said, "So Black American women are are least married women on the planet because nothing's wrong." Then he put, "We can't keep acknowledging the issue and explaining it away simultaneously." Cool. And yeah, I
I
agree with that.
feel
I
like
think
then there's always this
this,
narrative too about black women that they're aggressive and that they're loud and that they're ghetto. You know, it's like I say, all these other cultures, they reap the benefits of all this stuff about black women that like before, you know, the BBLs and all of that became the thing. You know, that was seen as, and we have Sarah Bateman who was on display because of her body. Like, what is wrong with that? She has these wide hips and she has this and she has that. And but when someone of another culture did, you know, start making their body look like ours, now it's beautiful. Now it's the thing to have. And now, so, and I'm not shading any culture. Do what makes you feel good about your
yeah,
body. I have no, I mean, I've had some cosmetic surgery done, not that I needed it, but so I'm not trying to knock anybody like that, but it just goes back to the rhythm and not our blues situation. But you know, because everybody has flaws. Every culture of women have flaws. Is I think relationships work on how well you deal with conflict because you all can love somebody for the good times. It's just like the New Edition song, "Can You Stand the Rain?" Can you be with me when Hurricane Katrina coming through? Are we gonna sit here and board this house up together? And you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like me, because of my experiences that I've had, and I'm not a ghetto person, and I can be loud sometimes,
but
especially if it's about LeBron James.
But
and
damn,
and I
80+%, bro.
Not in a romantic way, just in a sports way. Because we love Savannah, okay?
80+% of damn, bro.
That's a lot.
Who are you looking for? Classic.
he said, no, this talk that keeps us right where we are.
Nah. Who are you looking for?
Hey, but I also tell people this, though. I also tell young men this too. I tell young men, if you're gonna date outside your race, I believe you shouldn't try to go find the one that looks like the race you're trying to get away from. Like,
hey, love who you want to love.
No,
but back to that percentage.
I need you to explain that a little bit more, Norris.
I'm gonna explain it because, like, when I first started dating outside my race, you know, I was going for the big booty white lady, the one who had a nice shoe game. Those women are worse. Those white women in that, because they have now taken on kind of what Lissa said, right? They're trying to take on that rhythm, but then don't want any of the blues that gonna come with most black men too. We gotta be honest. Like, we gotta talk on both sides. But also, I always said, if you're gonna date a white woman, find you a white woman. Find you a white woman that's out there with hey dudes on, or you know.
I have a pair of hey dudes. I feel some type of
Hey.
that comes.
Look at Plug.
I got a hey dudes right now. What you talking?
Hey, I never heard of hey dudes before. Hey, I'm honest, because I feel like
That's crazy.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Just because you change the color or the race of a person, if they still act like the other thing you left, it's still you picking the same thing over and over.
I think people are not going out to look at the friendship.
They're not going after what?
I'm talking about.
He being stupid. Classico said,
You tripping, bro.
But wait, to his 80%. Here's the thing about the percentage, because I had this problem in college. My professor wanted to put me out of the classroom, but I'm like, why are African Americans? We number one in everything. Number one in divorce. Number one in not getting married. Number one in this. Number one in that. We're not even the highest population in first. Who is this poll you're taking this from? So numbers can tell the truth, but numbers can sometimes be construed a little bit too. Because if there's 1,000 white people, but 60 black people, then the numbers can still look like, oh yeah, the black people have the highest in this and that and that. So I just like man, everybody getting divorced, everybody getting married, everybody, you know, it's
yeah. But I tell people, man, go. You can't do the same thing over and over.
Media, man, is getting in the middle, man. Everybody ain't living real life, bro. They ain't living real life. Everybody putting their wants before their needs. Folks living flaw, man. They living flaw.
So what is the reason why? So there's a problem with black women. That's why we're not getting married. Like, I don't understand. Stay with your own race.
This one said, yeah. We got some new people. See, new people coming. These people love these topics. You know, this is why
I just don't know why race matters so much, y'all.
It matters because nobody wants to agree to disagree. Nobody wants to say that, hey, that young man had a valid point.
He did, but it's still. But bro, it's what he.
You saying one thing, and then
but here's the thing: feelings are not facts.
You have to demonize one.
Feelings are not facts.
You don't have to demonize one to.
He didn't demonize. He talked about his own family experience.
Yeah, but still, bro, nothing is that tumultuous, bro. Nothing is that bad.
You don't know. How you gonna say that?
We can heighten that, bro. We can heighten that. People live in their mind. That's your mind. Like she said, it's in your mind. But every day they shooting, bro. Every day they fighting, bro.
See, you pushing the goal poker. He said every time he went home, this is what he experienced. He didn't say shooting. He said it was loud. He said he described what he seen. We only can go off of what this young man said. We go and put our own spin on it and want to make our points valid. We can't discount the man's experience. And that's why a lot of people have. That's why you hear people talk about the critical race theory and systemic racism, because a lot of people, their experiences. If somebody grew up in the hood and all they seen was dope dealers, and then they become a dope dealer, and it just perpetuates, and those people feel that way. We can't discount what they experience. Like, I just feel that if you're gonna pick, I don't understand why you're gonna go pick the same thing that just got a different skin tone. That's my thing. Like,
What I would really love to hear, because everybody can marry and love and date whoever they want, but why not just, instead of going into all this thing about the Black women in your family, just say, I'm marrying a white woman because she makes me feel emotionally safe, and just drop it at that. We don't
You
even have
ain't
to
even
go
gotta
into
say
all
why
of that.
you marrying a white woman because you want to.
That's it.
I don't care nothing else.
That's it.
That's what you want to do. Be happy.
I'm just saying, if you want to go deep into it, like, don't bring the other race into it. Like, this woman just makes me feel emotionally safe. And I didn't grow up with that.
You say it's cool.
Well,
See, and that's all generalizations. All generalizations.
We're gonna have to our next classic codes, our next episode. The ladies, I know y'all keep up with it better than me. It should be 14. It's gonna be the 28. We're gonna have classic codes come up here, and we're gonna do a Q&A with classic code. We're gonna let the women and everybody throw all your opinions at him, so he can answer on camera and not through just leaving the comments. So then we can do that. So classic codes, be looking out May 28th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll send you the link. But yeah, so very good time. We didn't really get to the last one because I don't want to hold you guys over. And then I do want to explain, because I want to explain to y'all are family. The reason why we do a lot of these topics too is because these are the trending topics, and it makes more sense. It opens up more conversation. So a lot of times I wish we did it every Wednesday, because then we can really like stay on like what's going on during that week. And like I said, I don't know about you guys, but I'll wait till everybody's ready for the whole Diddy case, because I feel like I kind of want to wait to that. I want to get a lot of
let me dive into. I haven't been really diving into it. I read some of it, and that was really hard to read. Some of the stuff that Cassie was saying, that was like very hard to read.
Why?
Wow.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough. Well, like, why are we going to say that right with me? Because we wanted
that goes to who you picking, y'all. I am so
Hey,
I've been trying to bite my tongue for so long. Wait a minute. I'm trying to bite it. I'm really trying to bite my tongue. However,
I love Black women. Hey, y'all gotta watch his stuff, but he makes great content, dog.
Hey, bring his ass on the pod right now.
It's late. It's late. We try to respect people's time. But Codes, he makes a good cut. Y'all gotta go watch his content too, because it actually has a lot of validity behind it. But yeah, like Lissa was saying, Plug, you do want, it's a lot to that case. Dog. It's a lot. Like it's a lot. Like at first I was like, you know what, I'm ready to talk about it. But then when day 3 came along, I'm I want to.
He needs to be exonerated of all charges, and they need to hit him with what he really did. He sent that hit out of the park. Put him away for life. Put him away for life.
Oh, listen, and before we head out, listen, did you get those clips? I sent them to your email.
I didn't get them. Did you email me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, let me know if you don't. Yeah.
Okay.
He is free. He like men and women. He'll do anything for that power. It is what it is. He like to control. Most folks just get that. They get that much money, man. You've been rich for 30, 40 years, man. You're going to be perverted. It is what it is. The normal things, he said, hit the like button.
Like button. Get them likes. Tell them, Classic. Hit that like button, man.
Yeah, man.
But
he been doing too much for so long that you start doing things. Man, I can't wait till we unlock that case. Oh,
so we about to close out, but I want to tell Tam this in public. I need you to do some research in sport, because sports season is about to start.
Are we gonna talk about football?
I already know. Listen, I already know.
Yeah, right. We are.
No, listen, ready. So Tam,
one of my old Facebook posts popped up because when LeBron took down the 73-6 Warriors, and they was down 3-1, I posted it before I said, LeBron finna be the first one ever. Come back from 3-1. He gonna be the first one.
You think we can get David on?
Oh yeah. Oh, you would love to have David. You would love to have David on here, period, about everything.
See, I ain't never talked to him about none of these.
Oh, he's down. Oh, he's 100% down. I'll tell him.
Okay.
Who's David?
My brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, but
There might be a whole bunch of kids in the background, but that's all right.
Damn, what I'm gonna do?
They smart too.
I'm gonna throw you all the sports stuff in the background, and you come up and just,
Yeah. Make sure, because if you don't send it, it ain't in my algorithm.
She gonna talk about the Cowboys though.
Hey,
100. I know everything about them. I know.
Family there.
Up in North, we got to talk, Nora.
They get on my damn nerves, but yeah.
We can talk about them though. I'm ready.
Yeah, so we ready. But I appreciate y'all, man.
Go Browns.
Who?
I said it. Go Browns, Cleveland.
Oh, I told him I jumped on the bandwagon. I got to get my Shador jersey. Hey. So it's gonna work out
for that baby.
Delicious.
So yeah, the schedule came out too today. So
it did. Okay, I gotta go check it out.
Y'all see them Bucks? I want y'all to see that up close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Detroit. We got San Fran. Oh yeah, it's going down. Hey, bro, we're going to SoFi.
I like Detroit. I like the Lions, but you know what? All season they were just like some big bullies, and I'm just like, they were bullying everybody. They was whooping their ass, and it wasn't their fault. They were good, but they was just bullying everybody.
I'll tell you, we're gonna get it all. I'll tell you, that's gonna be at the start of the season. That's gonna be the opening icebreaker every week. Like top picks. We're gonna do
my favorite time of the year.
So Tam, you could just pick the most prettiest jerseys. Most women win a lot of women win like drafts. I mean, not drafts, but these little things by just picking the color they like. So,
and I'm rooting for Jalen Hurts just because because.
Oh,
why?
Yeah.
Why?
You know why she?
Why?
They'll give my.
They want our rhythm and not our blues. That's why.
Because he got a black woman.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. But God bless her too.
So, man, I really appreciate.
Ain't like them black women ain't talking about. No, I'm just playing, y'all. I love black women. I love y'all.
I appreciate all y'all for real. We should be seeing a lot of y'all soon. So next month. So, but in person, so it'll be good. But I appreciate all y'all. I want to give y'all flowers after every episode. Tam, thank you. Alyssa, thank you. Plug, you always around. Thank you.
Thank me.
Thank you. No, man, thank you. Y'all taking your time out, man, and that means a lot. And I see great things for everybody here on this panel, man. Very, very soon. So if you ever need anything, I'm here. But
drink water, stay hydrated.
So if everybody
before we go, plug, what day are you on?
What?
Is that 13 or 31?
He did with them kindergarten.
13. We on 31, shout it.
You on 31?
We on 31, bro.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
Yeah, I gotta.
You're almost halfway.
This crazy. Like I gotta
42 more.
I got this plate over here, bro. I got this plate over here. I'm finna go smash, and then I gotta do because I had just got off work and I came straight to the pod, so I just like, hey, I gotta finish this plate, and I'm finna go out and hit the streets.
Hey, he said he go live every day. He does. I be at work. I hate it. He go live.
I gotta wait till the summer because I got them kids.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll check you out. I can put the headphones on. Hey, Cole, be easy, bro.
He'll bring you in too. He'll bring y'all up. So always look your best. He'll bring you up on the camera if you want.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great
good night.
Good night.
Y'all be easy.
All right. Bye.
Bless.